This is Tall Man in the Cloud, and we're going to do an RDS demo here. So, as we've already talked about some background to begin with here, so let's go ahead and create an RDS database, and we will later connect with it with Video Studio. So, the first thing we're going to do is come up to Services. You come up here, you can click All Services. I've been using it, so it's already here, but you might not have been. So once you get to the All Services, you can scroll down to the left, and there's RDS. Well, there's a lot of stuff going on here. Don't worry about all these other databases. I can talk about some more later, but for right now, we're going to stick with RDS, and click on that, and this menu will come up, and it'll give you some general resources of what's going on here. And also, to the left, we can click on the databases, and you can see I've got one database here from a previous demo. This is my free tier account. And we're going to add one more. We'll do the whole thing from scratch just to go through the process. So that being said, let's go ahead and create the database. And this menu will come up. Then I will go through the standard create just so we'll have more menus here, options to look at, and we'll be able to go through more. I believe easy create just grays out a lot of things. Now we've got 6 main choices here. The ones I'm most accustomed to are MySQL, MariaDB, and Postgres. But that being said, Aurora is another whole animal which we can discuss later. So we'll stick with MySQL. We'll come down here. Into my version here. Now, this is where you're going to be a little bit careful because you want to make sure you hit the free tier here, because you can get billed quite a bit with production. These costs go up a lot. But the free tier, you get 12 months to play around like this with some small databases, and you will not get charged. And at the end, they'll show you exactly what you're eligible for. So coming down here to settings, we're going to call this database, I'll call it 2022. That's a good year, almost done. And here's admin is the default user, and I'll give it a password here, nothing too crazy. If you really want to be secure when we're not doing a demo, you would auto-generate one. So we do another one down here. Make sure they match. See how my fingers are doing here. And they seem to have matched, which is good. Coming down here, all right, this is grayed out to the free tier, so that's one of the advantages. DB T3 Micro, that is definitely a free tier one. The other ones will go up to scale and price. And I'm going to turn off enable storage auto scaling, but you can really see how easy it is to turn this stuff on. And a lot of these buttons, if you're taking certification exam, a lot of this stuff might come up, so it's good to get familiar with them as you're going through these exercises. Now, here we go here with connectivity. I'm going to say don't connect to the EC2 compute resource. That way we can go ahead and it'll be easier to connect. I'll use the default VPC for simplicity. I mean, if you've got your own, it can get complicated trying to connect to it. So we'll make this public access, yes, because it's going to be a very easy transition here. Choosing existing, we'll let the, I'm going to go with the default right here, just because the default one will get us to what we want to do, but it'll be wide open, but this is just a demo. Okay, availability, so I'll choose my favorite. Go. US East 1C. We've already decided the password. That's the choice. I won't click on monitoring. Now, let's go down here. Additional configuration. I just want to get the initial name of our database. I'll call it metadata. Okay. Let me come down here. And this is some just general stuff. Your backup retention periods for 7 days. That's a standard stuff. When you get more advanced, you can get more into some of the backup stuff, but this might be on some of the exam questions too. Encryption, I'm going to not use decryption right now, but like you said, it's very easy to use this. You can just click it or click it off. And that is at the bottom here, this is your free tier, just to give you a warning. This is what you can use here. You can read through it to make sure that, you know, if you're going to want to learn this for the first 12 months, this is what you can do. And let's go ahead and create the database. Okay. So that I'm back. It took about 10 minutes to run, but it looks good so far here. So let's take a look at some of the details of this database, and we can dive down here. I can see the endpoint was created, which is good. We can use this information to connect with Visual Studio in a few minutes. Let me just copy this for future reference. Looks like the availability zone is still my favorite, 1C. Okay, the security groups are all here. Public accessibility is yes. So those are the big things. I think we're in pretty good shape. Let me just go check the security group. These were defaults. I'm sure they're pretty open here. So let me go take a look at what it looks like. Oh yes, this is very wide open. So for a demo, we'll let it go, but you can see you really don't want to have all traffic and all protocols open. So once this demo is done, I will delete this database. And we can also see we've got the port 3306 open for MySQL and Aurora. So I think we're good to go on this front. And I've got that copied. So let's go to Visual Studio and let's see if we can connect to our database and make some tables. I'm now in Visual Studio Code. There are plenty of videos on how to install this. This is on a Mac, but I will put a link in there. But you just need to install it, basic install, probably take about 10 or 15 minutes. Now, once you have it installed, the first thing we need to do is go up to extensions here, because we need to get the extensions. And I've already installed this, but you'd have to search for SQL tools. And if you click on it here, I won't uninstall it, but this is what you would want to install. And you would install this here, and it's very quick. And you should get this little circle over here, and you should be ready to go. Once that's installed, we can click on the SQL icon over here. And if you scroll way up to the top on these little buttons here, it says Add New Connection. It's way over on the left. And click on this. And I believe we had MySQL. Click on this. And connection name, we'll call it My First RDS. Whoops, if I could spell it, that'd be dangerous. First RDS database. Okay. And let's just hope I still have this in memory. I think I do. Is it cached in here? Ooh, it is. And I think we believe we call it metadata from what I remember. Metadata. And it's admin. And we will go ahead and ask on connect. So let's just save connection. And let's see if we did this right. Okay, I have to put my password in. It'll come up on top here. We'll put it in. And it's thinking, and we are connected. And it looks like we're ready to build some tables. So let's get at it. Add some very simple SQL stuff. Being a weather person that I am, I will create some weather obs, and we'll just create a little table here. And this is some weather observations from the last storm we had. So once you put these commands in here, the little icon up here, it says run on active connection. So let's see if I have any errors with this stuff. Did I get that to run? Oh, there it goes. Okay. And now once we've created that, we should see some stuff over here. Yes, we do. See weather obs, and here's the tables that we just created. This is really, really slick here. I really like using this particular tool. And this is sort of like pgadmin 4, which I'm used to, but it's really nice. And let's just go ahead and make sure that there's actually data in this database. So let me get rid of these commands here. We'll just do a select star from weather obs. All right, and let's just run this query here. And do we have some stuff to look at? Yes, we do. We have all of the weather data in here, so we're looking good. All right, this is the basic start here of reading the RDS database, making some tables. In the next lesson, we'll get into some more detail about what's going on in AWS.